full visual content. The goal for today is not just to listen, but to practice, to experiment, and build something yourself. I hope by the end of today's session, you should have practical knowledge that you can immediately apply in your work, in your businesses, and your personal projects. We encourage everyone to stay engaged, ask questions, and fully participate in the activities of today. If I may advise, you can get a laptop so that as the facilitators are teaching us, you are practicalizing what you are being taught, and you will be glad you did. Once again, welcome to day 2 of AI for Her. We're excited about what we will learn today, and we are happy that you are with us. Thank you very much. Let's celebrate ourselves once again. I hope you can all hear me. I want us to all celebrate ourselves using our best emojis. Yes, celebrate yourself. Welcome to today's summit. Yes. All right. Without wasting much of our time, I hope you know that you can make use of the chat box to use the question and to also make any suggestion. And you will also see in the chat box the attendance list where you can register, where you can put in your name and your information and the things that you will learn today. All right, you're welcome today, and I hope we will have a good day today. Without wasting much time today, I would like to bring on our first facilitator for today that will be taking us on the first session today. All right, before I bring her up, I would like to read her bio so that we can get to know her. I'm so sorry, I need to pull out a bio. Okay, before I do that, I'm so sorry. My apologies, please. I would like to, for those of us who were not in yesterday, I would like for us to know what AI for Her is all about, or what AI for Her community is all about. AI for Her is a community created to support women from non-technical backgrounds who want to understand and use AI and digital tools for their careers, their businesses, and personal growth. The AI for Her Summit is one of our annual activities where we bring women together to learn practical AI skills and stay future ready. Beyond the summit, our community continues the learning through monthly free members only workshop where we share AI updates, tools, and practical insights. We will also host paid masterclasses for deeper learning, and members will receive special discounted access to access the sessions. In addition, we will be launching a mentorship program for women who want to transition into tech, where selected participants can receive structured guidance at a discounted mentorship rate. Members will also have opportunities to volunteer within the community, support activities in their states or regions, and help grow local chapters. If you are already in our community group, please stay tuned there for updates and upcoming opportunities. If you are not yet part of the community, you can indicate in the chat or comment section, and we will share the link for you to join. We look forward to learning together and growing together. Thank you very much. All right, I'd like to introduce our facilitator for today. Her name is Hairat Aderoju Aroyeun. She is a Microsoft certified AI engineer and data scientist, currently serving as data scientist at Tolarem. She's also a mentors. She also mentors emerging talent as a data science mentor at recognized platform and volunteers as lead of data and AI at community. She also has published ML and AI research available on ResearchGate publications, Global Journal of Engineering and Technology. All right, but using your best emoji this evening, I would like for you to welcome Hairat to the platform. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that introduction. Good evening, everyone. I hope our day went well. It's my pleasure being here. Thank you, Miss Abiodun. And thank you to AI for giving me the pleasure to be able to share my knowledge on this call. She has explained, or she has given a brief introduction about me. I'm just going to go straight to our discussion today, which is creating chatbots using Copilot Studio. To explain further, I would like to share my screen, and I would appreciate if I can get a reaction once I share my screen and it's visible to everyone. Please confirm you can see my screen. Okay.
Not
So
yet.
today's, okay, not yet. Okay. Let me just wait.
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Okay. Today's discussion is going to be about building custom AI support agents, more or less like a chatbot, or simply called a chatbot, without writing a single line of code. So our aim is to build a chatbot, but we don't have to be an AI engineer or a super talented coder to be able to achieve this. Before I start to the practical part of it, I would like to give us a brief introduction to what we'll be discussing today. And in the process, I would also like to discuss the business problem. The business problem today is we want to create a chatbot for customers to be able to get immediate response to their questions instead of the team responding to repeated tasks. I believe for customer service representative, they are used to repeating the same questions over and over again. And to reduce this workload, you can create an agent. My first slide is discussing this same problem that I just talked about, which is customers expecting instant answers to their questions. And sometimes not all organizations have customer service agents that work during the night. So imagine in 9 hours you have a customer in Chicago, which has there's a large difference in time, and assume they want to purchase an order. It's night time here and it's probably daytime around their location. Does the customer have to wait till we wake up in the day before they can get responses to their questions? That is a big problem for businesses. So we are going to be creating an agent or a chatbot that is going to be responding to customers' questions 24 hours without bottleneck and without frustrating the customers. AI agents has drastically reduced the support escalations. They've reduced the workload on even the customer service agents themselves. Imagine having to repeat the same thing over and over again when there's a sudden, let's assume a website, you're working for a fintech company and suddenly there's a maintenance in the website, and some customers still went ahead to make transfers and their money got locked in the process. Situations like this, customer service agent keeps getting calls and you just have to keep explaining to them that it was a maintenance issue, they shouldn't be angry and stuff like that. So instead of having to do that over and over again, we are reducing the escalation rates by making an agent be the first point of contact. This agent would be the one to respond to the customers immediately without having to wait for the availability of a customer service agent. So all of this will be building on Copilot Studio. Microsoft Copilot Studio is a no code required studio where you get to build an agent without writing a single line of code. This tool is built on Azure OpenAI and is also built on Microsoft Power Platform. It's one of the Microsoft Power Platforms. And for us to use this, we are going to be free trial. You can also register, but you have to register with a work email or a school email. For those of us that don't have any of this, I'm going to be dropping a link in the chat. This link is going to take you to a YouTube page where you can watch how to create a fake work email so that you can be able to access the same platform. So we are going to be building this agent, and we can deploy this agent at in any location. You can deploy it on Teams because it's a Microsoft platform. It's very easy for you to integrate with Teams. You can integrate with WhatsApp, a customer service line, maybe Salesforce, or whichever platform you use. You can always integrate with an already existing website. For us to carry out this action, I want us to have a scenario which we are going to be using for our chatbots. That's what we'll be creating. Our scenario is going to be for a quick brew coffee company where we are going to be building a chatbot that responds to questions about their coffee orders, how to make coffees, the policies around the coffee making, and so on. So internal staffs don't have to waste their valuable tasks or times having to manually update or change or respond to customers every day. So I'm going to call this Brewbot. I have an R factor, so you might not hear the R properly, but I'm going to name it Brewbot. It's going to handle the natural language whereby I'm going to send it a message, a simple message, like I want to cancel my order. How do I change the policy of my orders? How do when is the next coffee? When is the open time? And questions like that. So I have a knowledge base which I have downloaded. When I say knowledge base, what I mean is I have okay, so let me simplify this. For agents, think of agents as kids that have no knowledge about what you're discussing. So this knowledge base acts as the brain of this agent. So whatever you feed into to the brain is what the agent is going to use. Just like whatever you tell a child to do is what the child will do. Maybe not sometimes, but assume I'm training a child to eat, how to eat. Always eat with your right hand, right? I've fed this information to the child's brain, and this child thinks of only that when I ask a question. Obviously, if I teach the child how to eat with a spoon, but I don't teach the child how to drink water, I'm not using, assume the child doesn't actually know anything. You're just training the child how to do everything. This child would not be able to answer questions related to how to drink water if you don't teach the child how to drink water. So whatever information you feed into this agent is exactly what it's going to respond to. There are basic things that the agent is expected to know. Basic information like if you greet the agent hello, it's supposed to know how to automatically respond, whether good evening or hi there, welcome, and so on. I can also instruct it or customize it to my own taste. So I want to stop sharing the screen and I'm going to share my Copilot Studio screen. Okay. To access Copilot, all you need to do is search on the web Copilot login or Copilot Studio login. It would automatically bring an interface. And I mentioned that for you to access this, you have to have a work email or you have to have a school email. And if you don't have, I already said I'm going to send a link maybe after my session so that I would be able to focus on this session. After my session, I'll be sending a link. You just need to log in, click on one of the links, and it should bring you to this interface after logging in. The login process is very straightforward, so I won't take too much time going over that. It immediately brings you to this home page, and I'm just going to give us an overview of all the pages or all the tabs so that we can understand what is going on in this interface. So this home page just allows you to, it introduces you to Copilot as a whole. If you don't understand how to use it at all, you can come down here. There are so many resources. Even YouTube can be the best friend when we are dealing with Copilot. Like I mentioned, it's low code, so it doesn't stress you in terms of understanding. It's very straightforward. So you can come down here to support, join communities. You can read documentations. You can also check YouTube's. If you already have an agent like me, you'd see your agent here. If you are just you're just creating an agent from scratch, you can also click on this to create an agent from scratch. So there's another good thing where you can just describe what your agent is supposed to do and click on this icon. It would automatically try to create an agent for you. If you already have agents built, you want to come back to see what agents you have available, you can come here to the agents pane, and this equally gives you the list of agents you have, types of templates of agents that you can build. So in cases where you have an idea or you are just trying to use this for the first time, you want to know how it all works, you can simply click on one of these templates and it brings this interface, which is going to show you the entire flow, the instruction, the knowledge base, how everything is being built. So you can decide to customize this template instead of having to build from scratch by yourself. But for the purpose of this call, I'm going to be starting from the very beginning. So I'm going to leave this. I don't want any of this template. I want to create my agent from scratch. So I can do the process of me explaining to this in this interface. I can explain here and it would automatically try to customize an agent for me. I can obviously continue to customize it to my satisfaction if at all that doesn't meet my standard. But I'm going to, for the purpose of this, I'm going to manually create my agent. So I'll create blank agents. You can also import agents if at all you have an agent that already exists somewhere. So everything is getting ready. So just to recap, this agent is going to be a chatbot for a small online coffee subscription business, whereby customers can ask questions without having to get to a customer service or having to wait. You can ask questions like, where's my order? How can I cancel my order? And so on. I also want to give us a view of our PDF. That's the knowledge base I'll be feeding into this model. This knowledge base could basically be a frequently asked question from an online store. You can also manually write yours. If I'm a business and I want to try mine, I can write down my frequently asked questions into a PDF and I would let it be my guide for this agent. So here are sample, not this one. Here are sample instructions or frequently asked questions. So this question is relating to this one here. Are questions relating to how do I track my order? Can I change my delivery dates? What bin do I often do you offer right now? Basic questions like that. So instead of having to wait for a customer service agent, you can always respond. There's also the policy information where customers can ask informations about the policies. Can I cancel my order? Can I pause my subscription? How do I get a refund? And things like that. I think I have one more, which is Bean Guide. That is giving information about how to make your coffee. So each of the views or coffee has information about it. So if you want to have more information about a particular coffee type, or you want to do a comparison, you can ask those questions, or you can get those information from this guide. So having to let customers go through all of this by themselves, it's going to be an headache or a stress for the customers. Aside using this PDF, I also have an Excel file which is showing the order form. I'm using a manual process just to make it easy for us to understand. But I can always integrate this with SharePoint. Assume it's on cloud. I can always connect my agents to the SharePoint so it automatically gets updated whenever a new order comes in. I'm waiting for this to come up so that I can show us what it looks like. There are just four orders here because I just want us to understand what it's about. Yes. Okay. So this is just a sample order. You can see customer names, order number, status, current status of the order, the expected delivery date, the item being purchased, and a note. So I can ask questions on this order as well. I just want this to be one of the knowledge base because the call is just I'm just giving this as an example. In real scenarios, you have to, if you want it to be automatically updating, you should always include it to a SharePoint link or an application that can get updated easily. So let's go back to our agent. Because I'm starting this from afresh, we see a few instructions or few options are popping up, which I'm supposed to automatically fill. Also, on the right-hand side, you can see the option to test my agent. So as I'm building the agent, as I'm instructing it, I can always test to see how well it's performing. On this upper part, I have the different tabs, the overview tab, the knowledge tab, the tools tab, agents tab, topics tab, and so on. So let me start with the overview so that I can start building my agent. First thing I need to do is include the details like the agent's name. I mentioned I would name my agent BrewBot. I can add a description to this agent. An agent that responds to frequently asked questions. This description is just for people to quickly read in case where you build the agents, but you already have too many agents and you can't even remember what this agent is about. Anyone can come here and see and understand what your agent is doing just by reading the description. One other thing we need to take note of when we are using agents is there are a few we have to connect our agents to a knowledge base. And the knowledge base in this case is going to be the knowledge base is usually connected. I've explained knowledge base before, which is basically the brain. And before I proceed, I would like to know if everyone is on the same page with me, if I'm going too fast, if you want me to calm down to explain, because I'm trying to make sure that I don't take too much of the time so that the next facilitator is also able to take classes. Because I would like responses. I would like to know if everyone understands up until this point. If you need me to reverse and explain some parts further, I would like to take some of the questions relating to what we are doing for now. So once I'm done, we can take general questions afterwards.
Okay, thank you
Yes,
so much,
please.
Harriet.
You're welcome.
Someone is still stuck at having access to the co-pilots. I don't know if you can help us look into that.
Okay. Is she joining with a work email or a school email?
Okay. That's what I'll have to confirm.
Okay. So if she's joining with a non-school email or a Gmail account, it might be difficult, which is why I said I'm going to share a link. I didn't want that to distract, but let me just find the link now and send it to the chat. Someone else raised their hand. Mhm.
Okay. Is anybody raising their raising a hand?
Yes, it's about the work email. I'm trying to connect the Microsoft Studio, but it's saying I should sign in with my work email address.
Okay. Very similar to what I said. It will require you to log in with your work email. Just give me a minute. So this link I'll be sharing is for Power BI, but it works the same way. So you can just watch and create the account. You can do that on the call or later on. That's okay. I'm going to pin this to the chat so anyone that comes in can see. Aside the work email, is there any other person having issues with this?
Right. Is it possible to share the link to sign up immediately to the co-pilot with them? I'm trying to look for the link on my
Okay.
so that they can join and have
Mhm.
a task to do today. Thank you.
Okay. Let me share that too. So I've included that link as well. If there's anyone trying to understand or still having difficulties, you can put it in the chat and the moderator can inform me before I go too far. Any more questions before I proceed? Okay. I would proceed to share my screen and we can continue. Okay. I wanted to confirm my screen is visible. So I've edited these details. I'm going to save. And I was talking about the reasoning, or what we use as the primary tool for reasoning. There are so many of them. We have GPT, which is the one powering ChatGPT at the moment. We have Claude Sonnet. There are so many versions of it actually, but Claude is the one powering any of these anthropic models. Claude, um, Claude Cowork, and so on. We also have from other platforms, DeepSeek, all of those chatbots that you get to see, they have their own primary model. So that model we need to also include in our agent. So by default, I'll be using this for GPT 4.1, and I'll set this as my default model. The next thing we need to do is include an instruction. This is where you describe what your agent is expected to do. You have to describe the tone and rules that the agent must follow. So for situations like this, it's very important that you focus on how you instruct your agent, because it's very important. Whatever you tell the agent to do is what the agent will do. And for me to successfully do this, I usually follow an acronym, which is ROT. ROT. Okay. I need to click on edit to be able to edit this. ROCTOC. R stand for role. So the first thing I need to tell the agent is the role it's performing. So I want the agent, I'm going to give you an example prompt to give in this case. I'll tell the agent that you are a brew bot, a friendly bot. You are a brew bot, a friendly bot that responds to, not just friendly, an enthusiastic and helpful one. A friendly and helpful bot that responds to customers' frequently asked questions, or customers' questions, basically. So you act as the response to customers' questions. I can also tell it that you act as a customer service agent. Service agent. So this is, I'm informing it that this is the role it's trying to perform. And I can also include the objective, which is the main purpose. What exactly are we doing? What is its responsibilities? The next thing I would include is objective, like I mentioned. Objective. And its objective is to help the customers quickly and accurately respond to their questions. Help customers quickly and accurately respond to their questions. That's its main objective. Now, the next thing is a guideline. A guideline could be, in this situation, there are no direct steps. So I'm just going to give you the guideline on how to speak with the agent. I'm not even going to use this rock tech, because this is more of agents that have tools, and I don't want us to get to that. For a chatbot, it should be straightforward without too many instructions, so that it doesn't start to hallucinate. When I say hallucinate, I mean it doesn't start to say the wrong things. So a core guideline would be, I can say always be polite. I can say always be positive and concise, so that it doesn't, polite, positive, and concise. Just going to put this down. I can put more instructions, more guidelines to make it easier for the agent to perform or to make it more accurate. Always end the replies with anything else. Okay. Always end, or let's say always start the conversation with either what can I do for you today? So I can just use that instruction. So for every time it starts a conversation, it would always use this. I can also include the end of conversation. Always end conversation with, let's say, is there anything else I could brew for you? Just more instructions you can give, but I'm going to give this instruction. There's one more I want to inform is that you should always respond to questions using the knowledge base. Always respond to questions using the knowledge base. I can also include like tone of response. I've included that before. I can also include the way you should basically respond is escalation and the limits, the number of questions the customers can ask before it would automatically end that conversation. All of those instructions I can put here. So I'm just going to save this because this is enough for the basic instruction I want, for this basic operation I want it to perform. Right. This has been saved. The next thing I need to include is the knowledge base, which I called the brain of the agent. These are the informations I'll be adding to the agent. I'm going to click on add knowledge. And for us, we are just going to be using the PDFs and the Excel. There are so many options you can use. You can pick from a public website where it's going to search the website to bring information. You can use SharePoint. You can use Azure AI Search. You can use data vars if at all your data is stored in it. All of these terms are different. There are different data sources that already exist. So you can use any of this, and the advantage of using all of this instead of manually uploading is whenever you make changes, it would automatically get updated. Let me use let me drag and drop. I'm going to drag in my files because I want to manually upload just for the purpose of the training. While I'm doing that, is there anyone with a question so far? If you have a question, or if there are questions in the chat section, you can always read them out while I'm dragging and dropping. And also, if my time is fast moving, you can always inform me so I can speed up.
Is what document are you uploading?
Okay, those are the documents that I discussed earlier. These documents I mentioned are the brain of this. They are the instructions. I wouldn't really call it instruction, but they are what the agent will know. Information about your business that the agent will know. In our case, the first one is frequently asked questions. This was manually inputted in Microsoft Word and converted into a PDF. You can also see here that we have policies, which is the basic policy of this online coffee store. We also have the bin guide, which is information about each bin that we produce in the online brew store. The Excel file is basically a manual or a random list of orders. So if I want to ask questions relating to where's my current order, I can get that information from the quick view orders. Actually need to add all of this into my instructions so that the agent will know which to pick and when to pick. I'll add all of this to agent. While it's loading, I'm going to, or after it loads, I'm going to go back to the instruction and include in the core guideline. I'm going to allow. It's loading. Okay, while this is in progress, I'm going to go back to this instruction and I'll add more information to this, especially concerning the knowledge base so that it can know when to use and how to use. My fifth instruction will be use only the provided knowledge base as the source. Use only provided knowledge. I'm going to name them so that it's easier for it to understand. Quick view policies. Quick. And the last one, quick view bins. Underscore guide or PDF. I can also include that base every question solely true. I'm stylishly waiting for this to load quickly. Base every answer or every responses based on
Please, I have a question.
Okay, go on, please.
Okay, after creating the email from temp email, when I input it in the Microsoft Studio, it's saying it doesn't recognize the mail, so they can't create an account for me now. That's what they said.
It's not recognizing the mail. Can you share your screen? Do I have enough time to see?
Okay.
No, I'm asking the organizers if I have enough time to actually check. Okay. So what we'll do is after this call, we can
Okay.
She
check it out
share,
together.
hello, can she share the email address in the chat box so that we know what she actually have?
Okay. I'm waiting for this to load. Let me just refresh my website. It's possible it's completed but it's slow. So I'm waiting for this to load. I hope I don't have to start again. Well, I would also copy the instruction I've included into the chat so anyone who is trying this can always use. One good thing is because Microsoft, like I mentioned, Copilot is built on Power Platform, and there are so many tools that Microsoft have that can even make it easier for us. You see, before starting anything, it has updated itself and it has started the message with hello I'm Brewbot, just because the name is now Brewbot. So I was saying that because Microsoft is built on other Power Platforms like Power Automate, Power Apps, you can easily connect all of this with all those instructions or all those applications. So imagine I've built this agent, but I want it to automatically, if a customer talks about a particular topic, let's say the customer talks about I want to create an order, it should automatically take the customer to a website or automatically ring an agent. All of this information are there. It will automatically send an email. They are all available in this trigger option. Because of the limited time, I won't be able to go in detail with trigger options. We can also build agents within an agent. So if my first agent, assume I have multiple agents, this first agent is just responding to customers. Another agent is taking orders. All of this I can connect them together, like put them within themselves to make it more robust. So let me share this with us so that we can always make use of it. There are other things here called topics. Topics are, I'm going to click on it here. Topics allows you or helps you to guide your agent. So in the case where I was talking about the agent should start the conversation, I can always instruct it here. I'll click on any of this. All of these are custom created one. I can always create new topics. Assume for every time the agent starts, I want it to always greet the customer by saying, hey dear, how can I brew you today? I can include that here. Let me allow. I can include that here in the greetings option. This gives us a flow view of what our agents will be doing. This is the greeting topic. I can always edit what the message is. Instead of saying, hello, how can I help you today? I want you to always say, hello, how can I brew you today? Right? I can save this. I can also add more to the flow. Assume I don't just want it to greet. I want it to automatically bring a list. If you notice, there are some of these bots, chat bots, maybe from financial organizations like Wema Bank, Gray. Once you go to the customer service section or customer help section, it automatically brings options for you to click on. Is it a withdrawal issue? Is it a transfer issue? Where you get to click and it's redirect. Similar thing can be done here. Immediately after clicking on greetings, you can add another note that would bring those pop-up options. And when they click on one, it's to direct them to a different angle. When you click on another, it's to direct them to a different direction. All of this you can do with the greetings option. With the topic option, it's quite effective and very straightforward. And one good thing about Copilot Studio is if you go on YouTube, you can literally learn. You don't have to buy a course or register a course to be able to understand. You can literally watch YouTube videos and be able to build a project from start to finish. Because it's low code, it doesn't bring any issue. So here is a sample of the flow that I just talked about. I'm just going to close this so that the pane can be easier for us to see. Here it's the end conversation for you to end the conversation or say goodbye to the customer. I'm going to end this conversation with, is there anything else you'd like me to do? This has a Boolean effect where you can select yes, no. If I select yes, it would end the conversation. It's supposed to end the conversation, right? But reverse is the case now because I'm asking it a question. Is there anything you want me to do? So if the answer is no, it should automatically change this. Come in. If the answer is false, it should automatically tell me end conversation. If the answer is true, it should always respond with go ahead, I'm listening. And that way the flow continues. So you're not ending the conversation. I'm just going to save this. And let's see if our knowledge base has been successfully added. Still in progress. This is surprisingly taking too long. But because we've instructed this agent, we can randomly ask it questions. So I'm going to be starting
Oh,
again.
oh, welcome.
Is someone saying something? Let's see if the status is going to be updated. Now let me be asking the random questions. Hi there. Another good thing is it shows you what's going on whenever you are typing. So what just happened is a flow of this greeting. You can see immediately I said hi there, it went straight to responding with the greeting I had informed previously. If I ask questions, once my knowledge base is attached, I can ask questions on my brew. This is taking too long. But once I ask questions related to brew, you do for me. Let's see, even without the knowledge base, let's see if the description can help. It's searching through the knowledge base, but our knowledge base is not there yet.
All right, Tyrat, thank you for this time, for your time. I would like you to round up so that we can bring in the second facilitator for today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So this has instructed, or this has given us a response. Once the knowledge base is in, every question you can ask, it would go to the knowledge base first before giving a random answer. And you can always give a like or dislike while you are testing your agent. Assume you are done with the agents and you're satisfied. You can publish these agents by clicking on the publish option, which, because the knowledge base is not yet there, it's not allowing me to publish. But what happens is when you click on publish, it automatically brings different options or different channels where you can publish. There's WhatsApp, there's Teams, there's websites, there's phone number, and so on. So you just get to click the option you want, and it brings a simple form where you fill. All this process doesn't require too much technical skills for you to be able to achieve this. It's a simple click and drop. And I've also mentioned that it's something you can do on your you can watch on your YouTube and understand without having to go through a course. So I want us to do one thing for me. I want us to complete this same process or this same procedure, do the complete flow of the agents, try responses, and upload this on LinkedIn, reach out. I think there'll be a drive where you can upload what you've done. Upload this on LinkedIn, upload it on your drive, and let us know the feedback if you've been able to successfully do this or not. For those of us that are not able to, create the accounts, or they've created the account using the video I sent, but they're having issues, you might have to reach out to me privately because we have very limited time now. You might have to reach out to me privately and would wrap everything together to make it work for you. Okay. That will be all for my end today. I hope to see everyone in the next summit. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much for that powerful and insightful session on chatbots. We truly appreciate the knowledge you have shared with us today. From this session, we have learned that chatbots are valuable tools that can help automate communication, save time, and improve how our businesses and organizations interact with people. Yes, we also learned that creating a chatbot is possible even for beginners when we clearly define the purpose and structure and the responses effectively. If you have any questions for our facilitator, please feel free to drop them in the chat room, and we will address them shortly. Once again, thank you for guiding us through such a practical learning experience. We will be moving to our next hands-on session where we will learn how to create designs using Canva. All right. And before I bring in our next facilitator, I would like for us to check the chat room. We have dropped the link for the attendance. We would like for you to fill the attendance, and we will move on from there. All right, before I bring her on, I would like to read her bio so that we will get a little familiar with her. Joy Ogbo is a mechanical engineer, data analyst, and creative with over a decade of hands-on experience using Canva to create visually compelling designs for events, educational programs, and community initiatives. With a background in education, she is passionate about making learning resources accessible to all and leveraging digital creativity to drive professional and personal growth. All right, with your best emojis, I'd like for you to welcome our next facilitator, Joy Ogbo. Thank you very much. Joy, you have the floor now.
So can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
But
The
we
room
can't
is
see
dark,
you
so I'll
very
probably
well.
just put off. Yeah, I'll put off the camera because it's dark. Okay.
All
Good
right.
evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. It's very exciting to
Good
be
evening.
here. Yeah, very exciting
You're
to be
welcome.
here. Thank you for the platform to be able to teach and share my knowledge on Canva. It's a pleasure to be here. All right. I want to share my screen now. Share. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Okay, where we're still waiting for her to share a screen. If you have any questions, I want you to please drop it in the chat room so that IRATs can attend to them. And
Hello?
hi, Joy, we can hear you.
Hi.
Waiting for you
Yes.
to share it.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen now.
All right. Lovely. Okay. All right. So, good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad and I'm grateful to be able to share my knowledge on Canva and Canva AI and see the best ways that it can help you grow your digital presence online. My name is Joy Ogbo, and in this session, I'll be walking you through smart and practical ways AI can help you, or Canva AI specifically, can help you design graphics and digital assets that can help strengthen and elevate how you show up online. So for the agenda that we're going to go through, we'll first talk about why your digital presence matters. I'm going to give you some examples of how I have used Canva to promote my digital presence. I'll share what Canva AI is, the benefits of it, who and how you can use it, and then there will be a guide on how you can get started. We're going to do an activity so you can familiarize yourself with the interface as well. All right, so let's begin with why does your digital presence actually matter? So today, as of today, we have over 5.5 billion people on social media. So we have over close to 6 million active social media users. And so that means that people who can give you opportunities, people who can give you referrals, mentorships, collaborations, employment, all of them are already online. So if you're not already active, you may be missing out on opportunities that you possibly be getting from there. So essentially, your digital presence, whether it is on LinkedIn, on Twitter, wherever, that is your modern CV. That is what people will get to know you through, whether it's through employers or whether you've just made a connection, right? If you share your social media handle with them, they're going to, before people can trust you, before people even get to know who you are, they will often search for you. They would see what they see online is going to shape how they perceive you. Your content or lack thereof will shape the perception that people have of you, and your visibility is what's going to create opportunity. So in this digital age, if you are invisible, unfortunately, you will be overlooked if you are not online. And that is why it is important for you to establish who you are, understand the value you bring, and strategically communicate that value online. And you can, and thankfully, because of AI, and other AI tools, we get to do that in a way where we're not alone. We get to do that in a way that is easier and more effective, or let's say more efficient and more effective for you to communicate your value online. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Canva, but not many of you have heard of Canva AI, right? So Canva AI is a set of advanced features within Canva that make Canva design or content creation much easier. It helps creators create beautifully designed visuals, and these features help users confidently improve their presence online. You can create images, content ideas, eye-catching content videos, presentations such as these. And Canva AI can also help you suggest upgrades on your existing designs. It brings together design, writing, image, video, and even code all in one place. So here are some benefits of Canva AI, but obviously we know, it saves time, it's for complete beginners. I would like us to go a bit more into how Canva is used because of time. But here are examples of how I have used Canva AI to promote my digital presence on LinkedIn. Here was a post that I made when I got 10,000 1,000 followers. There are other people who can create other digital assets, such as your business card. Let's say you have International Women's Day just passed. So if you have a business, you would have probably created like an International Women's Day post. So these are just some of the to do. This is who can use Canva AI. So if you're an entrepreneur, it can assist you in creating marketing materials, social media graphics, digital products. I want to interact a little bit. Who has ever created anything on Canva AI, if I may ask, whether it's digital products, whether it's timetables, whatever? Who has ever used Canva AI? In the chat, please. If you've ever used Canva AI, please raise your hands up. You can, thank you. Thank you. All right, lovely. Thank you very much. So I see some of you have already been conversant with it. So imagine you've come on Canva and you're already like maybe having mental block of, oh, what am I going to create? Canva AI is already there for you, whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, a mother, a professional. You can simply type in whatever you want to design and it will do that for you. We'll see that later on. But entrepreneurs can use that to create social media graphics for their businesses. Students, you can use that to create your study timetables. Mothers, you can use that for your meal plans. And as I've mentioned before, professionals can use that for LinkedIn posts, reports, for your portfolios as well. You can do all of that using Canva AI. So let's go into something a bit more practical. From what I know already, some of you already know how to prompt. Can you share in the comments if you know how to prompt with already, if you have a good idea of prompt engineering, if you're able to communicate with AI effectively? Please let me see your hands. Let me see your hands up before we get into the activity. Anybody? Okay. Okay. So luckily, okay, Maria has a little bit of noise. Thank you very much, Maria. So with Canva AI, you might not have to have a comprehensive knowledge of AI prompting. You would just need to have conversational knowledge of AI, be able to say, please, create so thing for me. So how you can access Canva AI here is you can access Canva AI through the through the Canva AI homepage. So if you go on your homepage, you're able to access Canva AI right here on the screen, as I said. Another way you can access Canva AI's features is that you can use the Ask Canva feature to help you suggest any design upgrades for your existing design. So let's say you have designed from scratch, you've used a template, or you have used Canva AI to design whatever you want it to be, whether it's a presentation or a social media post. You can ask Canva AI, oh, what can I do to improve this design? Or what font do you think I should use to make this design? Or yeah, can also use Canva AI to generate custom images and videos using Magic Media for your design. So, and this, it's limited, especially if it's free, but you're still able to use it to a certain degree. All right, this is the comprehensive guide of how to use Canva AI. This presentation will be made available for you if you wish. So here's the activity. If everybody is, I would like you to please join me. I want to share my screen with you so we can do a little bit of practice with Canva AI. I've already provided a prompt. I can copy and paste it for you in the chat. Just 1 minute. Okay. So before we start, I would like us to access Canva. So in the chat, I'm going to include the Canva.
Please, we can't see the screen.
Okay, yes, I'm going to share it now. 1 minute. Okay. You should see my screen now. Okay. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. All right. So this is Canva AI or Canva.ai. If you would like to, if you get on the homepage, what you designs, you will see templates and you will see Canva AI. Our business today is Canva AI. So we'll click here. Oh, sorry, before I proceed, is everyone following?
Yes.
Okay. 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 So I will copy this prompt that I have here. Let me share it with you all. Okay. So this is a comprehensive prompt, but your prompt can be as simple as just the first sentence. Create a bold and empowering social media poster celebrating women during International Women's Month. Use purple tones, modern typography, and uplifting message celebrating women's strength, creativity, and leadership. It can be as simple as that. So I'm going to go here where it says, describe your idea and bring it to life, right? So you copy and paste your prompt in here. Please, is everyone following?
Yes, we are hopeful.
Lovely. Okay. So If you have inserted your prompt, you can come here, you select whatever the specificity of your design. So if it's just a regular design that you want to create, you can do that. If it's an image you want to generate, you can do that as well. There's, if you want to create a document, you can even create code and you can create a video clip. But here I want to create a design. So I'm clicking design. We want to create a social media post. So we're clicking that as well. And then you can say the format we want an Instagram post, right? After we do that, we click enter or we click this purple arrow to submit. And we allow Canva to do its work, or allow AI to do its work. So it will generate a couple ideas for us based on what we have put in. It will give us designs based on what we have asked, and then you can scroll through, you can adjust it. Let's just wait till it generates. All right. So these are the designs it has given us. It might not be quite what you want, so you can further ask it, or you can further refine your ask. You can say, I want a post with a single picture of a lady in the middle of the graphic, something like that. Or you can say you want, flower motifs at the background, or you can say, whatever you choose, you can refine it a bit further, or you can just simply click, more designs here for it to generate more designs. But I will submit mine and see what it will generate for me. So this is part of prompt engineering. The first time you communicate with AI, it might not quite give you what you want. So the more you go, the more, the more you see the results, the more you can refine it. And if there's anything that you're satisfied with, click on it and edit it further. Please let me know if you're following through. To see hands and comments, please. Please, are you? Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. So it's polishing some designs for me. Okay. Okay, so these are designs that it has. We have a lady in the middle. I like this one. I like all of this, but I'm going to choose this one. Nice. I don't know who else wanted to choose it, but I think I like that one most. Okay. Now we have this. You can edit it further. Let's say you want to change the typography here. You can change it, celebrating strength, creativity, and leadership. This is good. You can say celebrating all women. Oh, oops. All women. Or celebrating the strengths. Creativity and leadership in all women. Yeah, it's just a little edit, and you can click OK, right? And then you can use your Canva editor, to refine that a lot more. So that is how you generate a design, or you create a design using Canva AI. You can edit, or let us, actually we're meant to, let us edit this a bit more. So yeah, in my presentation, there's also another prompt for people who want to create professional business cards. I can also, let me copy and paste this here also, in case you want to explore this prompt. Okay. I will also share the first prompt that I shared. It seems that someone needs that resent. So there are 2 prompts. All right. There are 2 prompts. I'm currently working on the create a bold and empowering social media design. So here we are. So next we have this. I'm just going to just so that I can have this editable. Okay. Sorry. So as we have it now, the elements that Canva AI has generated for us, we can change the typography, we can change the pictures however we like. We want to use the next activity I set aside for you. So yes, let's confirm that task 1 has been done. Have you gotten to this point? Has everybody gotten to this point of getting to the Canva editor? Please confirm. Yay, okay, that's good. All right, thank you. So let's proceed. Now we want to get to the next part, right? It said, let's create a custom image using Magic Media. So remember I said, if you have, let's say you want to create graphics, but you've looked through Elements. So this is Elements where you get graphics, you get whatever you need. Let's say you've gone through this, you're looking, and you've not seen what you need. You can go to Magic AI, or Magic Media rather, to generate a picture for you. So how I wanted to do this was, I want you to use your picture in the middle. I would like for you to use your picture in the middle. Let this be kind of like a remembrance for your time here at the summit, so that it can be you celebrating the strength, creativity, and leadership in all women. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to delete this picture and I'm going to use one of my pictures, and please do so. And I would love for you to share as well. Let me look for this one. Okay. I think this is a good picture. Okay. Have you used your picture? Please confirm. Are you with me? Are you with me?
I'm trying to click on the picture, but I can't edit it.
Okay, so there's something you can do. If you right click on the picture, you scroll down and you will see detach picture from background. So right click on the picture and then you see in options, detach image from background. If the image in the background, you're unable to change it, you right click on the picture, you detach image from background, and then you can delete it and change it to the picture of your choice. All right. Okay. Is everyone with me? I will
Yes, we are
assume
with you.
everybody is with me. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's use Magic Media to create some custom graphics that we can insert in the design. Because it's playing at the moment. So we can select graphics, right? Here it says inspire me. Here it says inspire me. So you can say a vase of tropical flowers, or children holding up earth. But for me as a data analyst, let me copy and paste this prompt. And the prompt is generate simple icons representing data analysis, dashboards, charts, and analytics in a modern illustration or style. If you chose, so I don't know if this will apply to you, but you can use this prompt and see what it generates for you. If you're a business owner, you can use a prompt that is more relevant to you. If you're part of the people using the prompt to create a card, you can use this. It might be a bit confusing, but if I share the presentation with you, you'll be able to follow. Please, who's following with me? Okay, does Jennifer have a question? Hello? Does Jennifer have a question?
No, please, no, you don't need to sorry.
Okay, okay. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. Now I'm trying to share my screen again. Okay. Please confirm you can see my screen.
Not yet.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
You can see my screen now. Lovely. So I'm going to copy and paste this because I want it to be relevant for your field. And so once you do that and you click generate, it will start generating some ideas for you. Okay. This one that I like, so I will click on this. Okay. Let's generate another. You can generate again if you're not satisfied with the results that you get. I like this one.
Please, how do we get Magic Media? Is it for
Yes, so
paid version?
no. You can get a Magic Media on the free version, but you have a limited amount of requests. You have a limited amount of results that you can get from Magic Media. I think it's only 5 for the free Canva AI. But if you have Canva Pro, it's unlimited.
How do we get it?
Did you see? So it's on the sidebar where you have templates, elements, text. You scroll down and you see Magic Media here. Please confirm if you can see it.
I can't. Magic Media seems not to be on my own, so I don't know why. And I'm using a laptop too.
Okay. Okay, maybe we can. All right, maybe we can hold. You can reach out to me later on that, but it should be on your side, below apps. But it should be here at least, below apps, above photos. But yeah, we can. I found it. Yeah, I found my under. Okay, yes. Okay. All right. So you can generate as much. Okay, I'll proceed now. You can generate as many graphics as you want. You can even change the colors of the graphics to something a bit more brighter. I will maybe change this to white so that it pops a bit more. Here, and maybe another white again. And then here, right? So we have add more graphics if you want. At this point now, we have created a design. You can still proceed and download and post this, but let's say you have, you still want to like zhuzh it up a bit, you still want to elevate it a bit more. You can click anywhere. And then this is the, I don't know if you can everybody see the Ask Canva feature? Please let me know if you can see the Ask Canva feature.
Yes, we can.
All right. right? So if you click the Ask Canva feature, then you can ask it suggest improvements. You can ask it to create a caption for the post. But let's suggest improvements that we can make on this post. All right, finalizing. Okay, it's taking some time. So whatever outputs you get from it, as you did in the Canva AI platform, you can also do that here. You can continue to refine your requests. You can ask it, what color schemes can I use? You can ask it, what graphics can I include in the design? It can come up with different suggestions for you. So this is taking some time. Okay, so it has generated an image for us. Let's see what suggestions it has. Okay, let's see what suggestions it has. So I'm going to go back to the chart and then click on the image it has provided for us. And it has replaced. Okay. So as you can see, Canva AI is not perfect, but this is what it can do, basically. If you have a post that's ready to go and you need it to come up with something that is much more refined for you, it can do that. Let me just take this to the next page so that you can see what it created for us. Okay, sorry. Okay. Right. So I see this and I don't like this. So I can delete it and go back to where I was. Yeah, before that all happened. We can, okay, let's go to comments. Another way you can access, another way you can access Ask Canva, instead of clicking Ask Canva, you can just comment and then add this sign, then Canva. So add and then your Canva assistant. Say, what colors should I use for the text in this post? Okay. All right. So he said, oh, the soft pink text is getting a bit lost against the bright green shirt. A warmer white or gentle cream would stand out much more while still keeping that feel, while still keeping that calm celebratory feel. So I'm going to select, and I think that's right because I really can't see this text. So I'm just going to make it white so it pops a bit more. And also I can even increase it just a little bit so that it is clear for those to see. All right. I think this is good. So is everyone with me? Has everyone, gotten to this point? Have you interacted with your Ask AI? Nice. Nice. Okay. Nice. Lovely. Thank you very much. So with Canva AI, right? Remember, we went to the homepage of Canva. We're able to access Canva AI on there to create an original design for us. You can use simple language just to communicate what you want. Tell it that you want to create a business card for yourself. Tell it that you want to create a meal prep plan for yourself and your children. You can, if it's for a business, let's say you have a digital product. Once you've created a digital product using your Canva AI, it can even design the product according to your brand requirements. So that's your fonts, your color palette, and all of that. Your fonts, your color palettes, and even like the graphics that you use for your business. So this is an amazing tool if you maybe are not great with design. If you're someone that's used to outsourcing your design needs, this is something that you can use to, maybe just, get sharp work done and get aesthetically pleasing work that can help you boost your digital presence out there. So if you are still keen on continuing to learn more about Canva AI, please let me know. The post that you have created on here with Canva AI, I would love if you share the design on social media and maybe tag AI for Her initiative. Let them know that you were able to create an original design using Canva AI. So yes, yeah, so I think that is all for now. Sorry for rushing a bit through. I saw that my time was limited and I wanted to give you the best that I could. Yeah, so with a little practice, you can use Canva AI to elevate your digital presence. Use it for Instagram, use it for LinkedIn, use it for Twitter, use it everywhere. Use the Ask Canva feature to refine your work, and then use Magic Media to generate original graphics for yourself. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
All right. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Joy, for this insightful teaching. We are so, so grateful. Thank you. We appreciate you. Please, let's give our thank you emoji. Let's clap. Let's show our emoji, our appreciation emoji. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We truly appreciate the way you have demonstrated how technology and creativity can come together to help us communicate our ideas more effectively. From this session, we learned several important lessons. First, Canva AI can make it easier to create professional and visually appealing designs, even without advanced design skills. We also learned how powerful visual content is in strengthening our digital presence, whether for personal branding, yes, for business promotion or communication. Another takeaway for us today is that AI tools within Canva can help save time, generate ideas, and improve the quality of our designs. Most importantly, we were reminded that consistency and creativity are essential when building a strong and impactful presence online. Thank you once again for sharing your knowledge and guiding us through such a practical learning experience. If you have any questions for our facilitator, please feel free to drop them in the chat room, and we will address them shortly. Thank you very much once again. We appreciate you. And as we continue, I would like for us, if anybody has questions before she leaves, or you have questions, you can raise your hand. Thank you so much, Joy. You can stop sharing your screen now so that we can have people. Yes, I can see some hands on. Okay, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, thank you so much for the session. I wanted to confirm the attendance form. It says day 1, and I know today is supposed to be day 2. Should we still go ahead and fill that in, or is there a different attendance form for day 2?
Yes, please go ahead and fill the form. We would modify it shortly.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Do we still have any question in the house? Let me check the chat. Okay. All right. In the absence of no questions, I'd like for us to invite our convener, Mrs. Abiodun Alabi, to give us.
Good evening, good morning, depends on your location. Thank you for joining tonight. The summit started with transformational message from Dr. Shakinat, and today you can attest to it that we are able to bring good ends to teach us again. And I want to remind you that tomorrow again we go again, and we'll be creating, in case you don't have one, you will be creating your first digital assistant who will speak the way you can speak to your that can support you like an intern. You'll be able to create one for yourself. Last year we did prompt engineering, and I'm shocked that in the comment section when Joy was talking about prompts, people, I'm not getting response from the comment section. Please, we'll try and see if there is time to attend to that tomorrow. But I can assure you that tomorrow is another day, the last day. Please, whatever you learn in this day 2, we want you to go ahead and practice it. You may not get it perfect the first time, but that does not mean that you are not going to get it right. So stay there until you get it right. Post it on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We are on these 3 platforms for now. Tag us. We are going to be happy to share your work there. Thank you very much for joining again this day 2. That's all. Over to you, moderator.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Abiodun. As we come to the end of today's workshop for AI Summit, I would like to sincerely thank our facilitators for the insightful and practical sessions they shared with us today. Today has truly been a day of learning by doing. We explore how we create chatbots that can automate communication and support businesses and organizations. And we also learn how to use Canva AI to create engaging and professional visual content that strengthens our digital presence. These tools remind us that technology is not only for experts. I know you can attest to that, seeing what we have been able to achieve today. With curiosity, creativity, and the willingness to learn, every one of us can use AI to work. We can use AI to work smarter, communicate better, and create new opportunities. I would also like to thank our participants for your active engagement, your questions,